Achieving sovereign AI. Please welcome the speaker.
Hello everyone. On behalf of the Republic of Korea and also beyond Korea, we are a company that wants to take on challenges. My name is Sung-hyun Park, representing Rebellion. I'm going to talk to you about the sovereign AI and also infrastructure and also AI semiconductor, which is a huge part of infrastructure. You must have heard sovereign AI a few times. The word itself is difficult. To simply put, it's a self-dependence and same as a food security. In the same context of sovereign AI, is we design, produce, and scale up AI. We need to have that capabilities. So sovereign AI has to be on the equal footing as the food security. And that is the core concept of this sovereign AI. People say sovereign AI is right and no, and some say it's not right, but that is because of the misconception. From A to Z, we cannot achieve sovereign AI because if you look at the self-defense, we cannot create the entire ecosystem from A to Z. We cannot be an isolated island. We cannot do this alone. The essence of sovereign AI is to have the core center and then focus on the core center and then try to create an ecosystem through partnership with external parties. That is the true essence of the sovereign AI, so that we can secure national competitiveness. Let's talk about the AI value chain. We talked about the foundation model emphasized by the Vice Prime Minister. The essence is the AI algorithms. To develop AI algorithms and allow the public to use AI algorithms is we need an extensive set of data and also data center and the models to support it. In the morning, you must have used a ChatGPT. In order to use ChatGPT's like technologies, we have to develop applications, and those applications are based on inference and infrastructure. Whenever we use the word infrastructure, people easily come up with an image of port, airport, and so on. Infrastructure has obviously been the backbone for our economy to grow over the past administrations. And as an IT powerhouse under the Kim Dae-jung administration, we succeeded in building up IT infrastructure. You must remember the names like Cholian and Hytel, and now we are used to the Kakao, and now you can watch Netflix on the move on a subway train. So internet cable lines and 3G, 4G, 5G, all are backed by IT infrastructure. We have to have AI infrastructure, and the core assets are data centers and the inference capabilities. There are many interesting overseas cases. especially in the realm of sovereign AI, there are many developments that are interesting. In France, once the country was faced on export control, but they were worried, what if chips are not delivered by overseas suppliers? That's why the country decided to create a data center, not only in France, but also in Europe as well. And Saudi Arabia and Qatar, the Middle East, they sell oil and commodities, but now they are focused on AI-related infra assets, and they are building their own sovereign AI. They are very aggressive, Saudi Arabia and UAE. Based on that, we talk about our data centers in the megawatts and gigawatts. But AI semiconductors are the key to data centers. SK Hynix and Samsung Electronics are the leading memory chip makers. And memory chips are used to do the computing, like NVIDIA products and so on. Those are needed to run a data center. And now we are hearing the use of 260,000 GPUs coming into Korea. It is something to celebrate together, but we also need to ask a question. How can we support the power? How can we provide stable power in terms of CAPEX and OPEX? How can we ensure efficient power generation operations? And how can we have a proper design of OPEX and CAPEX so that we can be sustainable? In terms of civilian, we are focusing on the inference. It is all about making a foundation model for inferencing and then providing as a service. And the learning, you have to cluster many different GPUs. Software ecosystem and interconnection are needed, so NVIDIA's GPU cannot be replaced in the near future. But in the world of inference, we can utilize the existing GPUs. In order to have a sustainable inference business model, we need to have sustainable power supply. That's why Rebellion is focused on creating energy efficient products. If you look at the inference market, training market is bigger. NVIDIA has the greatest market capitalization. For the past 3 years, the training market is colored red, about growing at 3 to 4 times, but inference market is expected to grow by 15 times. The gravity is shifting from training towards inference. And we are focused on that inference sphere. As said to you before, the training has to be dependent on NVIDIA GPU product, but it is quite power consuming. So we need inference specific semiconductor. NVIDIA is for general purpose, but our product is highly optimized for inference alone. By having such a semiconductor product, you can reduce OPEX and CAPEX. Our chip, I do not say it is way better than the NVIDIA chip, but from the perspective of functional diversity, NVIDIA can be used for training and inferencing and Bitcoin mining, and for all different purposes. That's why it is called general purpose semiconductor. But we cannot cover all those purposes, but especially in the sphere of inference, we can provide equal or better performance than NVIDIA semiconductor with our inference-specific semiconductor. That is the vision, and such technologies have been recognized, and our valuation was 1.4 billion. And that's how we became a unicorn company. Before closing, I'd like to share a demo video. Rebellion Atom chip and NVIDIA A100 chip are cross-compared. Same software, different hardware. What kind of results would come out? You can check it out on this slide. This is ChatGPT LLM model. Same software is being run. As you can see, the token per second same, TPS the same, and the green colored one is the power consumption status, and the blue colored one is NVIDIA consumption status. And NVIDIA chips is consuming 5 times more power than our chip, Atom chip. So OPEX the average and the CAPEX are way lower. And this is the image generation in real time, image per second, performance the same, but NVIDIA chip is consuming way more than our Atom chip. So power consumption wise, we can run softwares and programs on way lower power. Efficiency on average 5 times better, and the average power consumption 2 and 2.5 times difference. This is the achievement made over the past 1.5 years, and in the world's renowned societies, we made this demonstration and then recognized as a unicorn company. That was the journey of rebellion and sovereign AI. AI computation infrastructure is the key asset for our journey towards sovereign AI, and Rebellion is the leading company on that journey. Thank you so much for your kind attention.